of cold calling is great, cold calling sucks, it's the worst. Let me tell you a true statement. Overall, cold calling sucks. Cold calling is not fun. There's very rare individuals that enjoy going on the phones and calling 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day. And the truth is, cold calling overall just blatantly sucks. And the thing about it is, because it sucks, because it's not fun to do, that is why it works so well in wholesaling. Because the vast majority of people don't want to do something that sucks. Oh wow, crazy statement there. But it's absolutely true. And the fact is, you are being told by wholesaling gurus, wholesaling influencers, just people in general, that why are you cold calling, man? Cold calling it sucks. It's terrible. Don't do it. Instead, you should spend $5,000 a month on my PPC agency. That's what you should be doing, right? Because I run an agency and you need to give me $5,000 a month. That's really the only way to be a real player in the wholesaling game. You have these gurus who are so out of reality of what it's like to be broke starting out in this business. Okay. So out of reality that they're telling you, oh, just spend $7,000 on PPL ads, insert affiliate link for my PPL. It is crazy to me. You guys are being gaslit into eternity, telling you that if you're a beginner, that is what you need to do. Like, that is how you become successful. And we're seeing it and because I've already said it's easy to do PPL. I spend $500 for a lead. They're already kind of qualified and I can close them right there and boom, I'm the best. And I ruffle a lot of feathers when I say this, and nobody else in this industry is going to tell you this, because if they say it, you don't get in the guru club. You don't get in it's a short club, but it's a club. And what I mean by this is, if you don't say what everyone's supposed to say, which is the narrative, PPL is the only way to go. It's all you have to do. Or heck, let's say you want to do a cold calling system, right? You need to spend $4,000 for the VAs, the skip tracing, the systems, the dialer, the $2,000 CRM I see, right? And overall, what I'm telling you is you are being gaslight into existence of people in the wholesaling industry telling you that cold calling sucks, don't do it, from people who have not cold called to get a deal, or people that have never cold called once to get a wholesaling deal, or people that haven't cold called in 10 years. It is insanity to me. It is insanity. Now, Rick Ginn's the only exception. He has never cold called to close a deal, and he makes $1 million, but he did another path. He also teaches you ways to do deals for free. He doesn't tell you to spend $5,000 on the PPC or PPL type thing, right? I call them BBL wholesalers, BBL gurus. But like, the thing is, you guys are being gaslit from every single one in the wholesaling industry. Oh, in the future, you're just going to buy leads and that's all you can do. And this all came to a head this year. This huge, massive thing came to a head this year where PPL pretty much became banned, and it's going to be banned in 2025. And the thing is, it's like, this is going to have massive consequences in the wholesaling industry, because every guru has been telling you to do something that it's not that it might be banned or there might be a law. Like, the FCC already struck it down, that one-to-one thing, which we will talk about later today too. It already got stricken down. Like, it's already done. And the funny part is, you're just being gaslighted to tell you that, yeah, you got to spend $5,000 or $6,000 to be a real player. And if I'm a wholesaling coach, it makes sense. You pay me $5,000. I say, well, spend $5,000 a month and you'll get leads. Like, we don't even have to talk about wholesaling at this point, right? Because it's just like, yeah, if you're spending if you're throwing $15,000 at something, you could probably get something to stick. But if you don't make anything, it's because you're a loser and you haven't done it enough, and right. But there's so many of these people that are just so out of touch with the reality of being a beginner wholesaler. And this is why I like to have my toes in the water. This is why I will still go out here and try these massive free strategies to see, is it working? Is it not? I do wholesaling markets in all these virtual markets. And I talk to people on a daily basis. And I get in front of people and I still try these cold calling strategies and test things out and actually cold call to get deals still. The thing is, you are being gaslit from people that just are so out of touch of reality, what it's like to become a beginner wholesaler. And this is a guy that makes multi-millions and millions and millions of dollars every single year wholesaling real estate. It's insane to me. And there's no profit incentive for me telling you this because you can cold call for no money at all. And the truth is, wholesaling works really well because nobody really wants to do it. Inherently getting on that phone and talking to somebody sucks. It is not fun. It is not enjoyable for the vast majority of people. And I would be lying to you saying that, oh yeah, cold calling, it gets me rattling going. Like, I get excited when I cold call. I get myself jacked up, but it's not the cold calling that actually gets me excited. The art of cold calling sucks. It is what this cold calling will give me. What me cold calling is going to do for my family, for my future, and getting a wholesaling deal. Still to this day, I remember one really important thing. And I will never forget this challenge I did for everybody. And this was a live stream. It's only available on the Zackin channel now because it got taken out for the privacy policy. But I made a declaration challenge. This was a declaration challenge I did. I said, I went on YouTube. And you know what I did? You know what's crazy? You know what I did? I said, I'm not getting off this live stream. I don't care if it's 8 hours. I don't care if it's 12 hours. I don't care if I have to Uber Eats it and just like spend the whole night calling. I'm going to cold call. I clicked the live stream button and I said, I am not getting off this live stream until I close a seller via cold calling, until I got a property under contract with the power of cold calling. And I had no money. I put my wallet over there. I'm like, nope, no money, no connections, no Zach Ginn, like using his influence, just sheer will of an internet connection and a phone. And that's all I said I was going to do to get a deal. I was going to make $10,000. What other possible scenario could you think of a wholesaling guru or just anyone in general to go out here and make $10,000 in a day? Just doing something that it costs no money at all in wholesaling to get a deal. There's not one other one. Probably SMS. Okay, maybe I stand corrected there. But like, really think about it. In a day, it's kind of hard. Heck, I did it in an hour and a half. That's the funny part, right? Maybe it's divine intervention. I don't know. But in an hour and a half, I was able to get a wholesaling deal cold called and closed. And the funniest part about it is people still tell you don't wholesale. Don't cold call. It's crazy to me. So wholesaling, a lot of people want to make it easy, right? It's not easy to cold call versus just buying a $900 PPL lead or a $400 PPL lead, right? Why not? The thing is, PPL actually just got banned in 2025. So, I mean, literally this past presidential administration, the FCC chair banned for companies to go get leads via Facebook, Google, PPC, whatever you want to call it, right? Get that lead and then sell that lead to another provider. The person who produced the lead has to internally keep it. Or if they want to give it to another person, the person who opted in has to accept that their data is being sold, which will never happen. And so PPL is pretty much getting banned. And I got a bunch of videos on this. Just look up PPL or one-to-one opt-in FCC laws, right? But basically, this is a national level. Like insurance agencies are getting hit, like all these other ones are getting hit. And the thing about this is, wow, I never sold that coming. And the funny part is the FCC already ruled on this. So there's massive penalties and a lot of big issues. And the funniest thing about this, which just makes me laugh, is like you got told that this is the only thing to do and there could never be an issue with it. And boom, an issue started happening. The thing with PPL is it used to be $50 a lead. Now it went to 100 and now we're roughly at $200 to $300 a lead. Now it's about to get attacked. And the thing is, a lot of the lazy wholesalers, I'm just going to buy leads. It's cool and all, But the lazy wholesalers now, because they can't do PPL, they're moving over to PPC. And PPC runs off of bids. And so the thing is, now what we are going to see is PPC bids skyrocketing. So if you had to, if you had to spend $40, $50 every single time somebody pays per click PPC, right, on Google, you're probably looking, if you're in Dallas, Phoenix, San Antonio, you're probably going from 50 to 100. We're probably doubling the rates, which makes your ROI go down by half. Shocker. And, I actually had a conversation with one of the largest PPC agencies in wholesaling. Very, very smart guy. Will remain nameless for now, but very, very smart guy. And I called him. I said, you know what? I straight up asked him a bunch of things. And I said, off the record, I'm not like saying your name or anything, but what would happen if the amount of PPC users doubled overnight in Dallas, Texas? He said that probably financially wouldn't work. And it's crazy to me. And this guy runs an insanely amazing PPC agency. His clients are getting 5x return on ad spend, which is very good for what it is. But the thing about it, and probably the scariest part about it, was he's doing 5x, but he's like one or two people. Like, he worked for like 2 or 3 top tier companies. He did a stupid amount of wholesaling, and he put his whole life into it. And he can only get a 5x. And if it increases, it's only going to be like, you're probably looking at 3 or 2x now. And so that's the issue with it. So I've seen about 2 PPC agencies that work, and none of them are guru based. And what I mean by that is they're completely based on people that actually know what they're doing. And the thing is, it's about to get stupid saturated. So yeah, that guy's foaming at the mouth because he's going to take all these PPL clients and make them into his PPC agency, which is good for him, right? But the scary part about this is the ROI on PPC is about to just dump. PPL is already dumped. It's about to dump again. And we're looking at some scary times happening for lazy wholesalers. And the truth is, with cold calling, cold calling used to work better when we had 10-cent skip tracing, right? We had all these crazy expensive softwares. And it was kind of hard to cold call a list of 5,000 high equities in your city. It was actually kind of hard to do because it was very expensive. You had to spend $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $1,000 to do. It just really wasn't that feasible to do. And you had to get expensive software. Back in my day, I used ListSource at like 3 cents a record to pull 5,000 on top of 10 cents. It was ridiculous, right? And it was very expensive to cold call a list. But that's why it worked so dang well. And the issue is, right now, we have came up with free dialers, right? We have Google Voice. Anyone can get a phone number and dial right now, right? And unfortunately, anyone can go get any software that has unlimited free skip tracing. And so the ability to start calling and getting a bunch of skip tracing is hard. You can go to cyber background checks and truepeoplesearch.com and get phone numbers for free and use Google Voice. And so the barrier of entry in cold calling has pretty much been to zero, which I think is a great thing. I think that's a blessing to the wholesaling community. But I will tell you is because it's easier, because it's more free, it gets difficult. It gets a lot more difficult to do. And so you really look at the space of wholesaling, right? You look at all the marketing lists down the line, you look at all the marketing channels, and you kind of look at all this stuff. And what you find is the best return on investment, right? The amount of money I put in this business, right? The amount of money I put into wholesaling and the amount of cash I put in the marketing versus the return I get. Like, hey, I spent $500, I got a $40,000 deal, right? The best return on investment is cold calling. It's still unmatched. And the reason it's unmatched is you can put $0 in the business and get $50,000 back. This is why I'm so passionate about wholesaling. People are like, why are you so passionate when you talk about wholesaling? It's like, I've been changing lives every single day for like 5 years on this channel. And my life's been changed for over 8 years since I got my first wholesaling deal. And the power of being a 17-year-old kid to make $20,000 in high school is just insane to me. And so one thing I could tell you, and one thing I could tell everybody watching this is cold calling still has the best return on investment. And heck, if you can scale into a bunch of ways, it's the best investment to scale up to $1 million a year. And I kind of have a simple pipeline, right? I have a 3-way pipeline to make $1 million that is tried and true and just does not fail. And what I've been telling everyone to do, and this is like just simple stuff, guys. It is cold calling, then using the lists that work for cold calling, pour that into SMS, only the winners. Then you pour the winners of calling an SMS into direct mail, and you're getting 7, 8, 9x, sometimes 5, sometimes 6, 7, 8. But like you don't really lose money on these direct mail campaigns compared to these PPL or something stupid, right? And so my biggest thought, and my biggest thing for everybody watching this is you can't lose if you just start doing this. You really can't, right? And so my method of just getting rich wholesaling is like start calling, find the best lists, sync the best ones that are working into SMS, then sync the best of the best into direct mail, and you are going to destroy PPL, PPC, all these things, and you don't really spend any money starting out. Now the question is, okay, Zach, well, cold calling still sucks. How do I make it not suck, or how do I make it suck less? It's a good question. Honestly, that is a very fair question to have here. Cold calling inherently still does suck. It is not a fun thing to do. If you can look at it as what cold calling can do for you in the future, or if you start cold calling now, like what else can change, I think you're probably going to find is you'll get excited about what can cold calling give to you. And once you make $20,000 on one deal, like you're going to just be excited to cold call no matter what. And if you are broke right now, you should be so angry of being broke that you have unlimited motivation. Like I don't need any more motivation than a single mom sending me a check that they made $30,000 of life's change. Like that motivates me to go out here and make a video on how to start doing cold calling with no money at all, because like I know it's going to change somebody's life, right? Somebody, a 14-year-old can watch this and make 40 grand. Like this is why I get jacked up to do this, right? So the thing is, how do I make cold calling not suck? Well, in general, the rule is make sure you get more leads and make less calls. That is like my general rule of thumb here. All right. How can we get more leads and call less? How do I make more money and work less? Right? Like that is everyone's like MO when they get into wholesaling. You're pretty much on point. You're not wrong here. And so one thing I can tell you is there's a couple systems and a couple ways, which I'm going to show you right now today, on how to do basically 5,000 calls, like 5,000, like the work of 5,000 calls and only 500 calls. So how to make 500 calls have the same weight as 5,000. Now you might be like, well, that's kind of crazy. It's not really. It's Zach Ginn 101 logic. Okay. What I mean by this is if I am trying to sell peanut butter, like Reese's peanut butter cups, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, does anybody on this list allergic to peanut butter? Let's take them out. I'm not going to cold call those people. Wow. It's interesting. Like, could you imagine like half of this list you're about to call about selling peanut butter, half of them are allergic to peanut butter? It's like, why am I even calling these people? Right? Like I'm just wasting my time. And so the thing is, I've developed a script that gets you to the point, and I developed lists that get you to the point when really you have the best way to do this. And so the first one is just niche lists. What you want to do is like get a list of the peanut butter fan club, right? The people that eat peanut butter by the spoon. Can you get a list of that? Yeah. And then you can make bank, right? Fun fact, Rick's one of those people that he'll eat peanut butter out of a spoon, just like it's yogurt. But he's gonna kill me for saying that. But like it's true, right? He's the perfect candidate. If a Girl Scout knocks on his door and they have one of those Girl Scout peanut butter cookies, it's done, right? He'll pull out $200 and it's over, right? And that's the funny thing about it, right? You just got to find the niche lists of the most fervent fans of what you're doing. But like also in wholesaling, what we have is basically a list of the most fervent motivation for wholesaling, the most motivation from your sellers. And the thing is, like, you don't have to just pull a regular, stupid, old, high equity list. You can pull actually a brand new, completely stupid motivated list that other wholesalers most likely aren't pulling. So the usual rule of this is if the average wholesaler can't get to it, it's probably way more valuable. And I kind of look at it as a gold rush, right? If everyone's digging for the same square inch of gold in San Francisco, it's probably not as valuable as just some random plot in the Kodak Valley in Alaska, right? And the thing is, just more niched out you are, the better. And so what I've personally found is these type of lists are going to give you less brain damage when you call. And yeah, it's brain damage cold calling sometimes, and I can say that. But like, think about it, right? Drawing for dollars is probably the first one, right? Like, get in your car, look for ugly houses. You can't pull a list of drawing for dollars, right? And a lot of these Google Maps, people virtually drive for dollars, but like they're not updated and they change within a month or two, right? Tall grass in Florida or in Georgia or South Carolina is probably going to take 2 or 3 months, and Google Maps aren't updated that easily. So what I'll tell you is drawing for dollars. Woo-wee. That stuff's good. And if you get a list of like 200 or 300 drawing for dollars leads, you most likely can get some really good leads, appointments, and deals versus you calling 6,000 or 7,000 high equity leads from a regular software. Next one are like AI stacked lists. Now, this is a paid list, so you don't have to do it. But like if you have like X leads, you can pull like stacked list of motivation, like tax delinquent on top of a probate, on top of a lien, on top of all these things, and there's a score. That's what AI stacked lists are. On top of this, you can not pull probates on X leads, but like pull probates on like the clerk of the court website. They're absolutely for free. Just go here, pull probates. Heck, I even showed everyone on TikTok and YouTube Shorts the other day, because I can't show it on YouTube, but apparently on YouTube Shorts I'm allowed to. Basically, I showed like, hey, you can pull tax deed sales and call them before it goes to auction, and you could get deals doing that. Like, it's just do it. And I show people like they're being auctioned off every single month, and there's new ones being put on the list every single day. Just government lists in general, right? People behind on their taxes, people that are behind on their credit cards, code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, arrest records. Like, there's just so many of these free government lists that work so dang well. On top of this too, you could have sticky notes on properties. It's not cold calling, but like inbound leads makes it a little easier. Or heck, if you want to go crazy, you want to increase the amount of deals you do. If you want to call a regular list, you should do what I call the double tap system, which I am releasing today. Crazy, right? I'm releasing this today. This is a brand new marketing tactic from Rick Ginn. I don't think I invented this, but I will tell you this is a system that works very well for your cold calling, especially if you're brand new using Google Voice. And I'm calling it the double tap system. And what the system is, are you ready for it? This is crazy. This is for iPhones only. Androids work sometimes too, but a person cold called me doing this. And I just stole it because I don't care. You don't own the technology. But someone cold called me doing this, and I said, this is probably one of the most genius things I've ever seen. And so let me explain to you what I'm calling the double tap system. Leave it before you call. So I would probably do this for drawing for dollars. So I'd pull 100 drawing for dollars leads in a weekend. And then what I would do is I would leave a text message. I would say, hey, this is Rick Ginn, and I'm going to call you right now to talk about your house. Or I'm going to call you about your house. Or I'm going to call to talk about something important. And you leave that text message if it's an iPhone. And what you're going to do is then call them right after you send a text, like 30 seconds later or like immediately. What's going to happen on Androids and iPhones is it's going to say, maybe Rick Ginn. It doesn't say 561-311-1111, right? It says 561 blah 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 blah. Maybe Rick Ginn. Maybe I know this guy. Huh? I might know this person. I might want to pick up. Whoa! What's going on here? Woo! Oh yeah. Stuff's getting wild over here. I'm telling you. Stuff's getting insanely wild. Whoa, right? And the crazy thing about this is if you do this, you'll start getting a ton of more answered calls. And the more niche you get, the better it is. The more niche you get, the better this double tap system in wholesaling works. And this is stuff no guru wants to do, because no guru is in the lab trying to cold call and thinking, how am I going to make cold calling even better? This is what literally I do. Okay. And so just start thinking about that. So leave a message, saying who you are, and iPhones pop it up in Androids. On top of this too, double tap also comes with a couple things. What I found too is call the lead twice. If you call the lead twice, they think it's going to be an important call. What I mean by this is if you call a probate, they don't answer, call them back again. I actually did this live a couple times and it works really well. Calling this double tap too. And it's insane. Like, it's really crazy that they pick up the second time, like, dang, this unknown caller called me twice. Ooh, this is probably important. This might be the police, a long lost lover, the hospital. Who knows what it could be? And it's like, dang, this must be an important call if they called me twice, because most of these scammers or cold calling agencies or something stupid, they only call once, right? They're not going to call you twice. Huh. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. And so that's what I found. Cold call twice. And then if they don't answer the second call or the first call, just leave a text message if they didn't answer it. So you left a call and you left a text. That's also double tap. I triple tap it, which is basically calling, texting, and voicemail. I crack myself up sometimes. But also what you should be doing here in cold calling too is using the right scripts. And if you just do all these systems, cold calling is just going to suck less. You can get in front of more leads, you're going to make more money, and you're going to call stinking so much less. And if you can just remove the fluff and call more, you'll do more leads. If you get in front of leads more, okay, and you just remove the fluff of, this is Zach with Zach Home Solutions. Stupid. What you want to do is use the right script. And the right script I've always found is, number one, hey, are you the owner of the property? And are you interested in selling it? This is like me calling, hey, are you allergic to peanut butter? And no, okay, do you want to buy peanut butter? Like, what I found is when you're cold calling 1,000 people, 950 of them don't even want to sell their house. And then boom, we deal with the 50 that actually want to sell. And so getting in a whole long, like 7-minute monologue about how you're an up and coming investment company looking for new opportunities for cash in the air. And the guys, I don't even want to sell. It's like if I get in a whole 2-minute presentation about the greatest peanut butter cookies in the world, and I talk about the flavor and then the chocolate and there. Well, bro, I'm allergic to peanut butter. Whatever you say is not going to get me to want to buy this thing. And the thing is, if you know that 95% of the people you're calling just don't want to sell the house, why are you even wasting your time? Okay. Why are you wasting your time? And that's what I'm telling you guys. So like, go out here and just say, hey, are you the owner of the house? And are you interested in selling? If you start doing that, you're going to find that you're going to do a lot more money. You're going to make so much money in this business, and you'll stop hating wholesaling, right? It's insane to me. It's crazy. So stop hating your life cold calling and start improving your technique and converting it better. This is my plea for everybody. Just start improving your techniques and converting better. You're going to find you're going to make a lot more money in this business. And the biggest problem I see is like, you're not becoming ninjas in your wholesaling business. You guys are just barbarians. You're going out with your sword like, ah! And you got to be like a ninja, right? And the thing is, just stop rapid firing calling these lists, right? Oh, I'm going to pull 5,000, skip, trace it, call. And it's like, it's ridiculous. And yeah, you're going to get some. But the thing I'm going to tell you is you're probably going to get really sick and tired of it, because most people are, it's just not going to work. And that's the problem I see. And so just be a lot more technical with what you do, and you're going to get way more output. You're going to get way more output. You're going to just make more money and work less. But these are the things nobody wants to tell you. Everyone wants to tell you just drop stupid amount of money and that's how you become a success. It's not it. Cold calling still works. Cold calling is still the greatest option for anybody who is willing to go out here and make a change in their life. All you have to do is have the courage to say, you know what? I'm actually going to go out here and I'm going to start cold calling. And I got no money, but like, I know I can make a change in my life. This is what you do. Guys, cold calling sucks, but that's why it works. Because it has never been easier to get rich cold calling real estate. It has never been easier to make stupid amount of money wholesaling because the average person doesn't want to do what is above ordinary. They don't want to be extra ordinary. They don't want to be above ordinary. They don't want to be extraordinary, right? They just want to be average. And if you want to be average, go get a stupid job, make 50 grand a year, and that's your life. But if you're a guy who wants to make 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand, 400 grand, like become a millionaire, change their life, this is what it's all about. Like, this is why we do what we do. Wholesale real estate, baby. Like, this is it. This is what I've dedicated my life to doing. This is what I dedicated so much of my free time teaching you guys, right? Like, I take like an hour of my lunch from wholesaling to go out here and talk about wholesaling, then to go back to wholesaling. And it's because I love this business. And the thing is, this business gives you everything that you put into it. So if you give to the business, it will give back. If you don't give to it, it is not going to give to you. This is a business where the cream will rise to the top. And you need to make a decision if you are going to be king of the jungle, or you're going to be the gazelle that's eaten by the lion. Are you the lion or the gazelle? Are you the one doing the hunting, or are you going to be the hunted? You must make that decision now. Guys, cold call. I don't care any of the blah, 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 blah fluff you get in here. It's still the best way to get deals. You don't have to cold call. It is not a necessary for success. But for the vast majority of people, this is the path. And I truly believe that in my heart. When you cold call, you get more confident. You get really good talking to sellers. And you just become invincible. Guys, this is how you start doing it. Get rich wholesaling real estate. Go to your store cold calling. And if you want to learn more cold calls, watch me live cold call. Go to my free wholesaling course called freewholesaling.com. Unfortunately, a lot of my live cold calls are being taken down on YouTube pretty much on a daily basis. So those are still there, recorded at freewholesaling.com. And it's pretty cool. Heck, I even had some live seller calls with Rick on the channel here. And go check it out. We'll talk to you later. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate everybody that listens to this vision. I think a lot of people come in here and they basically say, oh, cold calling, man. Cold calling sucks. I hate cold calling, guys. Woo, cold calling works, my guys. Guys and gals, it works. And the problem is I think a lot of people don't really understand that the more you cold call, the better you are as a wholesaler. That's how you do it. So pretty dang excited. So what I'm going to do is answer your questions and see what I can do to help you guys out. We got, you know what this is. We got the little background on here. Let's fix that really quick. Let me answer your questions, see what I can do to help you guys out and get rich wholesaling. So we got a little screen here. There we go. We moved over the studio, so it's in the X-Leads offices now. Wow. It's fine. Why is it all blurry? Jeez. You see this? I don't have the whole crew studio type thing here. So let's move this over. Don't want to lose anyone here. Okay. That's the best I'm going to get here. But let me answer your questions and see what's going on, see how I can help you guys out, learn how to wholesale real estate, and let's talk. So, alrighty. So I'm getting a lot of questions. Well, what should you cold call? What should I use for skip tracing? What should I do this? And all these things. And guys, all I can tell you is I have a lot of questions. I'm getting a lot of questions from people. A lot of people are excited about the big X-Leads, basically version 2 launch. I'd probably say it's just as anticipated as when I launched X-Leads. All I can tell you is I don't want to get into anything, but all I can say is the next time you see me live, X-Leads version 2 will be launched, and it is going to burn every bridge in the wholesaling space when it comes to software, probably ever. And it'll probably be the final nail in the coffin for a lot of these software companies, unfortunately. And I know a lot of people think I say that in hyperbole, but I don't say that in hyperbole. What I mean by this is, think about this in your mind. And I'll let everybody say it in the comments. Okay. Everyone knows about X-Leads right now, right? What would X-Leads have to do for you to cancel what would X-Leads have to do for you to cancel every software subscription you have currently right now? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually dang curious about this. What would X-Leads have to do for you to cancel every software subscription? What price would it have to be? And what would it have to do? Legit, tell me in the comments, what would it have to do for you to go out here and cancel everything. Like, I'm not even talking about, like, I said cancel everything. Cancel your 10-cent skip tracing company, cancel your free list pulling source. Like, what would it have to do to cancel every software? And what price would it have to be for you to be like, okay, I'm done. I'm doing it, right? Think about it. I don't want to hear it, okay? I'm not even gonna look at the comments. I just want everyone to say that. What I could tell you is I put this on blast, that what is going to come on version 2 X Leads is it is going to make you cancel every single software subscription. That is it. That's all I could tell you. That's all I could say. But make sure that you go out here and check it out. Version 2 coming November 14th, 5 p.m. Eastern. And that's it. Everyone says, I'm canceling right now if you tell me if it's got. I'm not saying jack squat, but I will tell you this. I am a man of my word. When I say something, when I say this thing is going to blow your socks off, and not like say, oh wow, we we included a new comping feature. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, what I'm saying is going to make you cancel every single software. So the title of the video on Thursday is cancel every software subscription, because this is going to make you cancel everything and only make you get X leads. That's all I could say. But that's all I could say. I don't want to get in the whole crazy stuff, but what I could say is it is coming November 14th. I'm super excited about it. And this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for most software companies. And it's going to get very interesting. Stuff's going to get dicey. We're gonna see some attacks. So I had one software company just attack X leads the other day. It was kind of funny. But yeah, that's basically it. So November 14th, 5 p.m., version 2 coming out, and it is going to be insane. So if you currently have X leads, it will be updated at 5 o'clock, November 14th. Honestly, you don't even have to watch the video. If you already have X leads, just go into X leads. You're like, whoa. And you're like, oh, whoa. And then watch the video of what else is coming, because it's going to be pretty dang cool. So I'm going to shut my mouth. That's all I could say. So November 14th, be there or be square. But overall, guys, I have a free wholesaling course. It is called freewholesaling.com, and that is where I teach y'all how to wholesale real estate step by step. So let's break it all down and let's get on here, guys. We got oh boy. Okay. Wow. TikTok live is a very interesting thing. So we just went live on TikTok because I'm trying to bring people in the TikTok matrix. They're watching girls dance with their butts on TikTok all day, and I'm trying to tell them, hey, wake up, start cold calling, get rich, and stop scrolling on people on the internet. So I'm going live on TikTok right now because I'm trying to bring these TikTokers to start getting rich wholesaling. Get out of this stupid stuff. And guys, I love TikTok, but I can tell you it's addicting, and I only have it so I can get people out of this little TikTok jail that they're in, where they're stuck scrolling, and just stop scrolling and start making money wholesaling real estate. I got so fired up. The guru just tried to attack me. They can't beat me. They can't beat me. So if you're on TikTok, go to the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. Go there. You'll actually be with a bunch of other people. We got most people in the YouTube. Go there. I'm trying to take y'all out of here and put you in here. And so, yeah, that's all I could tell you. So let's talk about this. Okay. So Jonathan's got a great question here, and this is a question no guru wants to talk about. Isn't it funny no one ever talks about this thing? It's insane to me. But no, the FCC law will not affect cold calling at all. So let's do this. Let's see. So it's basically called the 1-to-1 consent rule. And Jonathan, thank you for the $2. That will help me go to Fighting Gurus Worldwide. Not really, but hey, it'll pay for, I can make a graphic just to flex on a guru for $2, I think. Whatever. Okay, so let's go here. So this is kind of a breakdown of this, but this is the FCC's 1-to-1 consent rule, guys. I don't say PPL is going out of business lightly. And I don't say that to be a jerk. And I don't say that to do like, so let me talk about this, okay? This is the FCC's one-to-one consent rule. In December 2023, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, all right, voted to adopt a new one-to-one consent requirement for telemarketing text auto-dialed phone calls. The new regulation will not be forced until January 27, 2025. However, brands are advised to begin complying with these rules immediately. Well, let's go blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that states that a brand sending an SMS message must have attained consumers' prior express written consent that is specific to the brand. So that may be like, wait, what in the world does that mean? Basically, if I have a PPL lead and I bought the lead for $700, okay, I would text the lead or call the lead, hey, I saw you you put your information with us, and we're looking to see if you're looking to sell your property. We're looking to give you an offer today. You can't do that. Huh? Yeah, you can't do that because that person did not consent to that brand messaging them. The only person that can call them is the person that produced the advertisement. Crazy, right? And so this has a lot of overarching things, but let's look at this too. Let me look at one more article for the PPL side because it's kind of mind blowing. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Active prospect is a good one. So they call them lead buyers. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. So here's a guide for it. So understand the FCC rules for lead buyers. With the new ruling by the FCC, buying leads will require more rigorous compliance. Lead sellers must now present more transparent one-to-one consent to contact the consumer's website, and they're required record keeping and consent transactions for their compliance. So pretty much what this means is you can no longer basically use link to large list to potential partners who may purchase or receive consumer protections. So you have to change the one-to-one consent. That basically means that you have to clearly disclose to the consumer that it is being sent, your leads being sold, which is insane to me. And so it basically closed this, what they call the lead generator loophole. And basically DNC protects text messages, which it kind of already did. But basically redefines prior express written consent to mean an agreement that authorizes no other than one identified lead buyer to contact the consumer. So whoever produced the lead has to talk to the lead. You can't sell the lead to anybody anymore. This is massive. Okay. And it's funny that the PPL companies have to document this too. And it is insane. Okay. And so yeah, you get the prior consent, which is insane to me. And so it's just the lead quality is going to go down. It's going to get stupid expensive. And there's a lot of issues with this, right? And so it has to be selected the right way. And so, yeah, it's not good. FCC consent rule. And if you go here to the actual FCC, which we kind of talked about this too, nobody ever wants to talk about this too, which is just hilarious to me. These BBL gurus do not want to hear it. Let's open up the PDF here. Let's see. Let's see. Is this it? And is this the... Oh, let me find it real quick. Here it is. Okay, this is a lawyer explaining it. Makes it a little easier for us. There we go. Okay. So basically saying that the TCPA requires prior express written consent and text that contain an artificial or pre-recorded message are sent using automatic telephone system. The new one-on-one consent rule now modifies it. The term prior express written consent means an agreement in writing that bears the signature of the person called or text that clearly and conspicuously authorizes no more than one identified seller to deliver cause to be delivered to the one person or texted advertisements. So you have to actually get them to sign. So like the thing is, for you to sell the lead, the seller has to literally give a signature for it to be sold, which is not going to happen. Like the person who put the lead in the Google PPC thing, in the Facebook ad, whatever it was, they have to physically sign something. Like that's not going to happen. Sellers ain't going to do that. They're too, what? They ain't going to do that. And it is crazy. And you have to organize. It's the FCC has their whole remarks in here too. Let me get the link to everybody in here. Like a lot of people talk about wholesaling laws and like it's all like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's not. And then people wholesale and lawyers are like, it's fine. Here it's written out pretty simple, right? Here's the I put the comment in there, but like, whoo, it's crazy to me. No, you can't cold call a lead from a lead buyer unless it was consented from the seller. You're the one producing the lead, so you're fine. So the FCC rule has no bearing at all. And we've already kind of gone on case law on people getting sued for breaking the DNC list, and no wholesaler ever gets in trouble. Heck, the only person that has ever been successfully sued for cold calling and wholesaling. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? They were realtors. Whoa, crazy. I've talked about this a lot, and I'm going to say it one more time because I want to make it very, very, very clear for everybody in the room. If a real estate agent, wholesaler tells you must be an agent or being licensed is good, that is cap. Straight dookie information. And the reason I'm so adamant about this is I have seen the case law, and I've showed you on this channel case law where somebody calls the DNC list and somebody sues them. I'm suing you because you broke the TCPA Telephone Communication Protections Act of 1992. And the one thing about this that you know is I am on the DNC list and you have broken the law. And it goes to a judge. And the judge looks at it and the wholesaler's lawyer says, well, technically, due to this article here, DNC is for people to not telemarket. I'm not telemarketing because what's the definition from the FCC of telemarketing? The definition of telemarketing is the encouragement of the sale of a good or service. So me, the wholesaler, offering to give you money to buy your house or theoretically overpay you, am I trying to sell you a good or a service? No, I'm not physically selling something. I'm not selling, I'm not selling cups or I'm not selling mugs or I'm not selling t-shirts. It's not a good. And it's not a service because a service would be like, oh, I can mow your lawn or give you insurance or ... I could list your property. That's a service. Listing a property is a service-based business. Huh. So you want to know, guys, why realtors don't cold call a list that isn't an expired listing or a FSBO? You know why? Because FSBOs have already given their consent to be called. Same thing with most expired listings. But the funny thing is, why doesn't a realtor call a high equity list? You want to know the dang truth? Because it's illegal, because you can't, it's against DNC law to call promoting a service. But for wholesaling, we are not selling a service. We're not selling a good. We're trying to give them money. So do you ever wonder why it's legal for me to call you and say, hey, would you like to donate to my charity? Because you're not selling a good, you're not selling a service. And everyone thinks, well, that's a loophole. It's going to get away. No, it's not a loophole. Let's talk about cold calling for a second. It's not a loophole. You know why? Do you know who loves more than anything to call and ask for money? Politicians. And politicians need that exemption in there And guess who chooses the chair of the FCC? Presidential candidate. And how did the presidential candidate get in office? From cold calling, from texting. So they love that loophole, and they're never going to get rid of that loophole. And that's how every member of Congress gets through too. They call for donors and they call for all these. So that's the really cool part about cold calling is wholesaling is actually protected. Now, the only people that have ever gotten sued for cold calling trying to wholesale is this. I've shown the specific case law where the person was trying to wholesale. They called. They met with a really aggressive person, and that person, okay, this is nuts to me. This person. They got sued from this crazy guy, and they said, no, you were breaking DNC law. And the guy said smugly, nope, I was trying to buy your property, so I'm exempt from DNC. And they're like, dang, that's true. But they argued to the judge. They said, hey, judge, technically he's a realtor also. So he technically wasn't trying to buy my house. He was asking me, hey, are you looking to sell your property? And he said that not because he wanted to buy it, because he wanted to actually give me an offer, but snake me that if I didn't accept his offer, he could just list my house for hire. So he had the Trojan horse of, I'm going to buy your house, which is legal. But he had the ability, he had the sword in his pocket to sell me the service because he's a licensed realtor. And the judge accepted that the guy got sued, and he got up the wazoo there. And the thing is, they've said in that judgment, if he wasn't a licensed realtor, he would have gone out scotch clean and free. So the moral of the story here, men and women, is if you're a licensed realtor, you should not be cold calling because you could get sued. If you are not licensed, you're Gucci. You're good. And this is why when I get people who argue with me, oh, you should be licensed. No, that is a license to get sued. A real estate license is a license to get sued for wholesaling. I rest my case. Okay. So that is my 2 cents here. I get a lot of trouble, but that's the dang truth about this business. If you want to talk about it, here's a streamer link. You want to hop on and talk. You want to argue with me all day, I can argue with you all day. But find me a wholesaler getting sued for cold calling, you won't find it successfully. Find me a wholesaler who's a real estate agent that got sued, you'll find it. And there's not one state that has banned wholesaling real estate. Not one. It's crazy to me that a lot of people just think that. And you're pretty much good to go. People in Illinois are wholesaling all day without a license now. And I'm not saying that's the right thing to do or not, but title companies are actually allowing Illinois to wholesale now. Heck, I close deals pretty much every single month in South Carolina. Everyone says wholesaling is illegal, and then I don't have a license, and I have lawyers who sign me checks. So should I listen to the non-lawyer or the lawyer? Crazy to me. The science people are crazy. And a lot of people say South Carolina is illegal. It's they actually proposed a law, the board there, the LLR. And what happened was they proposed it and they were said, it's banned now. We propose it. It's going to pass. And then the last minute, we had two great men. Let me actually pull it up for you. That amended that bill because apparently the real estate board doesn't run the laws in the state. They can propose laws, but they can't get it passed. And members of the representatives can actually change it. So let's actually go here and show you. I want to give a shout out to these people because they saved the wholesaling industry in South Carolina, and they get no credit at all. They get zero credit, and I want to give them all credit because I think they're amazing. Let's see here. Here we go. Here it is. So the real estate board tried to sneak a sneaky bill in South Carolina 5 months ago. And Senator Davis of South Carolina, shout to them, and Senator Davis, and who's the other one? Senator Talley. So they basically saved South Carolina. And I put the eagle eye. I put the eyes of justice. These are two great men that saved the industry in South Carolina. We have to give them their props. I want to say thank you so much. You guys are blessing the wholesaling industry. This is the exact quote of the amendments that they proposed. This was a law to basically outlaw wholesaling. They made it very, very vague. And one of the people that proposed it actually said it's going to ban it. And then they did this amendment. Let's read the amendment together. This thing's, I almost tear up when I read this because it's so beautiful. But it's beautiful. Senator Davis explained the amendment. The amendment was adopted. Senator Davis proposed following amendment, LC-4754-AHB0015S, which no guru has ever explained this amendment. Only me. Wholesaling means having a contractual interest in purchasing residential real estate from a property owner, then marketing the property. That's what they defined wholesaling as, is having a contractual interest in purchasing a real estate, then marketing the property for sale. Senator Davis, this is beautiful, said wholesaling does not refer to assigning or offering to assign your contractual right to purchase residential real estate, which basically means, and we can show the quote here. Let's see what his quote, I think I put the quote on there. And then Senator Talley said, Senator Scott Talley added an extra line to protect advertising or assignment. And he clarified it. People can still assign and market the contract. That's basically what it said. And the exact quote here was, the advertising and marketing of real property is to be distinguished from the advertising and marketing of a contractual position. Whoa, no guru. Gurus are like, stop the stream, pull the stream, stop it from happening. We can't have this out here on the internet. People hate that I share this. They want to gaslight you and make you feel like it's illegal. It makes them feel good. It sells more coaching. It sells more MLS wholesaling coaching. But I'm just telling you the dang truth here. The quote here was, the advertising and marketing of the actual property is to be different, that's distinguished from the advertising and marketing of a contractual position in a sales agreement to purchase real estate. This is beautiful. I'm tearing up here. The advertisement that markets a contractual position to acquire real property in person from either equitable or legal title does not imply, suggest, or purport to sell, advertise, or market the underlying real property is permissible. So whoa. What did he say there? He said, let's read this again. This is just beautiful. It makes my heart beat. But an advertisement, so let's highlight this, an advertisement that markets a contractual position. So that's wholesaling, right? We're advertising our contractual position to acquire real property from a person with either equitable or legal title does not imply, suggest, or purport to sell, advertise, or market the underlying real property is permissible. So Senator Scott Talley, what a gangster, what a G of a person, says it is permissible to advertise your property and to wholesale. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's what we do, baby. This is why we love wholesaling. So yeah. Dylan, what's up, Dylan? Cold calling works. Set an appointment during this live off a code violation list. Let's go, Dylan. Dylan's out there in Grand Rapids. He's active in the Discord community. He's active everywhere. He's a cool individual, very determined individual. And I keep trying to send him Grand Rapids people to JV with. He's a great guy. And he is focused. He's got the laser eye beams, too. So shout out to Dylan. Actually met him at our live event. So he's definitely a cool dude. But yeah, shout out to him. It's so funny seeing people say they're going to do it and then they do it. I love doing it. Shout out to everyone cold calling right now, too. Tyrone, what's going on, my man? Hey, Zach, I need help finding a buyer for my deals. So tell me where, and I'll go help you find a buyer. Cold calling cash sales. X Leads has everything in there, too, you need. If you want like a dispositions software, but it's also a list pulling software. It's basically everything. But wait for version 2. Also on top of that, too, Tyrone, if you want to just JV, you can send me a deal. Go to sellmypaper.com. That's a great way to do it. John Potts on TikTok says he's at a closing right now, $15,000 assignment fee. Johnny says, I'm closing on a $20,000 assignment fee. Oh my gosh, on Thursday, guys, it is insanely amount of people doing well. And these are people that don't post ever, that I don't talk to, and they're just doing it. So shout out to them. I love to see that. Is beautiful right there. Oh, love to see that. Cool, cool, cool. Wow, I'm getting everyone's suggestions of what version 2 should have. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Oh, interesting, 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 interesting. I have no comment on any of this. But dang, it feels like if I left any of that stuff out, I feel like you'd still have that other software. And I told you you're going to cancel everything after this. Interesting. I just cancel everything. I just like X Leads more. Shocker. Shocker, shocker, shocker. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's the truth here, guys. Like, I don't think after Thursday you're really going to need anything else, but hey, it's up to you. It's your MO. It's your MO, right? So yeah, it's absolutely crazy to me. Cool, 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 cool. But yeah, it's stuff's beautiful, stuff's crazy. It's crazy I'm able to live this life. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's so fun. Shout out to Jason out here. He is doing well. He's in the Discord community. He's out in Myrtle Beach area. Anybody want to work together? Hit me up on Facebook or Zach's Discord. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got Stan on here. Stan, what's going on?
Hey, Zach, how's it going?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm Nigerian and I live in Istanbul, Turkey. I
Ooh.
got on a live call with your dad a year ago, and my accent was a problem. He said, like, specifically, Stan, speak very slowly so you can be heard, you know. Long story cut short, I got a deal of texting manually. I got an eSIM that I put on my iPhone for $8 a month, and it gives me unlimited texting. So the good thing about doing that is that I'm able to do iMessage to people. So it doesn't go in as a normal text message. I texted an old lady
What
from
kind of text does it show?
Yeah, so like when you text, you know how you text and it shows the blue mark or something like that? It's quite different when you're texting someone who has an iPhone.
Yeah, you're gonna get that lime green.
Yeah, exactly. So I get that too for $8 a month, unlimited texting and calling.
It's not bad.
So
The lime green ain't too bad.
yeah, so I texted this old lady that wanted to sell her mobile homes and to buy a van and travel around the states. It took me 2 months to close that deal, but I bought two of her mobile homes and I made 30 grand from doing
Woo!
that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you know,
Holy
he had some
moly.
problems though. Yeah, on the closing day, the deal almost died because there was a code violation slaying. I had to
Oh,
call code enforcement, try to see if that could be negotiated downwards. At the end of the day, I managed to get a discount from the seller and pass that on to the buyer. I worked with a realtor on that one too. So the
so
realtor,
is your eSIM making it lime green or is it making it blue?
it makes it blue if the person uses an iPhone.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't go
What
in as a
service is
normal text.
this?
Exactly. It's like a FaceTime message, you know?
It's called an eSIM?
Yeah, like an electronic SIM. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but where do you get it?
The one I use is called Tello, Tello.
There we go, man. Woo, Stan. So how much have you made this year?
I've made almost 30 grand. I mean, net. I double closed the first deal I did. The second time I assigned it. And then I paid the agent her fees because she went out there to take pictures for me and got a buyer for me. Um,
Dang.
after doing, yeah, after doing that, kind of, I was stuck between sticking to houses or doing land, you know. Because I'm in another country, I felt like land might be the best route for me. And I paid some guru who I didn't get any value from. At the end of the day, I'm stuck with 5,000 pieces of mail that I haven't sent out since July
Oh,
because I've been having analysis paralysis, trying to nail the right market and the right strategy. I hired some cold callers from Egypt for a month, got them onto a dialer. They got me leads, but like none of that closed. So
got
I'm stuck
standard
right
5 grand, man. Come on. Ah, I hate that dude.
now. I know, right?
What does the first name rhyme with?
I didn't get that. Sorry.
What does the first name rhyme with?
My first name, you said?
No, the guru's name.
Oh, okay. He doesn't speak English really well. So, yeah. So,
Okay. Well, first
yeah.
of all, Rick said something about an accent. I don't really. Have you worked on your speech in the past year?
No, man. I just raw dogged it. I was like, there are people doing deals who don't speak as
Your
fluently as
accent's
I
fine.
do.
I don't really. There's no issue with your accent, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, so
People ask me where I'm from a lot of the time, and I tell them, yeah, I have Nigerian roots.
you don't look like a natural Turkish guy.
I know,
Joke,
right?
man, but have you been in the Hagia Sophia over there?
Yes, I have. I've lived here for 5 years, man. I
I want to
speak the
go there.
language.
I want to
Yeah.
go there so bad. Turkey, the balloon thing, man. I definitely want to go to Istanbul,
Oh
but
yeah.
I'll call it Constantinople. That's where I draw my line.
You would
But
love it down here. You know, surprisingly, I found a cash buyer here by accident. So he's a cash buyer in Tampa, and he buys and fixes houses up there. And at a social event here, I met him. He bought a house for Airbnb here, and
mhm.
just randomly, like I was like, oh yeah.
Well,
So
I'm doing a whole. I got everything planned out. I'm gonna do a whole Greece thing, Mediterranean. Then I mean, you got Western Turkey right there, and then I'll make
yeah,
my way there. So I'm
let
doing.
me let me
I'll,
know whenever you're coming, man. I'll hook you up to the right deals, and
okay, Stan. Well, so
yeah,
you've made 30 grand this year. You're gonna make
yes,
more. I've been telling everyone, like I don't know if you know this, but like I'm having a insane sharp increase in
yes,
wholesalers from Nigeria, like doing well. And I've been
yeah,
telling everyone this. Some people think I'm crazy. I say I want to go to Lagos and
yes,
find like 10 wholesalers who've done a deal. And we're gonna do like I want to do like a whole Nigeria stream. And I know I'm crazy, but like I swear there's 260 million people in Nigeria. I'm like, if I get the half that country to wholesale, they can do well because you made 30 grand this year, right? What's the average
yes.
salary in Turkey?
On average, I think it's less than $1,000 a month.
Okay. And what's the average salary in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, it's way less. I think the minimum wage in Nigeria is probably less than $200 a month.
Okay. So it says the average national gross income per person's 2,000 US dollars a year. And so like you're literally making 15x the average. Like that's like in America. What is that? That'd be like 40 times 15. Like that. I
Yeah,
mean, that's really good, man. And you're gonna just keep doing more, man. So I'm proud of you, dude.
thank you.
I'm
See,
telling you.
Zach, my biggest problem right now is I kind of have analysis paralysis because I like to overanalyze things. So I like to see the big picture
Mm,
even before I start. Now, the thing is, I see people doing land and they go into subdivisions and they are killing it with land. And then I see people who just stick to distressed properties, both
mm.
houses and land, like the hairy problematic deals, and they make a killing with it. So right now, I'm just trying to set up a foundation that I can build and scale on for the next year, going into the next year. I have two strategies that I'm considering. One of them is either to just do land, but tax delinquent land, and to also add in tax deed properties because I've been doing tax deeds as well, like hitting up tax deed owners that have tax deed properties. And the other strategy is just to do probates and maybe any other hairy distressed deal. I've had sellers who probably owned 30% or 50% equity in the property and they wanted to do away with it. So they asked me if I was going to buy their stake and do a quick claim on the rest of the property and stuff like that. So I just want you to help me validate what approach
That's a
to
great
follow.
question. So let's
Yeah.
talk about 30 grand. How many deals is that?
That's two mobile homes. I never expected to do mobile
Okay.
homes like this.
So
Yeah.
how did you get those mobile home lists?
I got code violations from Lee County, Florida. Very tough county. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you cold called them, I'm guessing?
I called and she didn't pick up. I called twice and then I texted Stan calling. Is this the owner of 123 Main Street? Yeah, that was how she got back to me.
That's literally what I talked about today.
Yeah, it was Zach. I do
Mhm.
it all the time.
Hey, okay. So here's your problem, man.
Yeah.
You are too smart. And that is an issue for you. Usually when you're too smart, you like to overanalyze things. And yeah, that works in school, but ain't going to work here. Okay. And so we just got to simplify this.
Yeah.
So Lee County, that works. What we're going to have to do is just start pulling more code violations and just increase. So how many calls are you making on a weekly basis?
I have batch dialer. I've been doing on average almost 1,000 calls every day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many contacts are you getting and how many leads is that producing you?
So the thing is, with the list, I was all over the place for a while. I had tax delinquents, I had absentees, vacants, but I found out that I had more contacts doing probates than with any other list.
Okay. So those other lists, I'm assuming you pulled them on the software, right?
Yes, I pulled absentee, vacant, tax delinquents, and and pre-probates from PropWire.
Good for you, man. Have you got any deals doing that?
No, that's the thing. Like,
I'm in utter disbelief right now. Just kidding.
I have some in the pipeline. Yes, like the one I had yesterday. Sorry, PropWire gives you this list called pre-probates.
Oh wow!
You would think that it's very recent, like probates, but it's not actually what I thought it was. I just have a list.
You thought it was high quality. It wasn't high quality.
I mean, I have commercial mixed in there, that I don't know what to do with. I probably can send that to you. But my challenge right now is I just want to stick to the most distressed, most motivated list. I don't mind calling, multiple hours a day.
Yeah, honestly, man, like don't cheap out on terrible software. One thing I can tell you is don't even get any software. So let's be real here, Dan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you a real view here. You have made all of your money using non-software lists.
Yes.
So why are we doing less of that and doing more of this stuff? And I'm telling you, like, don't use a really bad data provider. I'd rather you just get straight from the government because at least it's not going to be dookie data. And you just don't want to cheap out because if the software is cheap, then they're going to not update their data and whatever. That's not mean attacking everything. I'm just saying, like, I don't find that softwares that are really cheap. I don't find people like, okay, let me give some props, some good softwares. Like I love PropStream. I like Deal Machine. I like Batch. Those are great. I know I can pull up 100 people who have done a deal in the last month using those softwares and X leads, right? I know 200 people if I include X leads, right? I don't have 100 people using those other softwares doing deals every month, but there's more users. Well, there should be more users, should be more testimonials. There's really not much. So take that as you will. Okay. So you're getting your deals from code violations. We need to start doing more code violations. We need to start doing water shutoffs. We need to start doing the tax delinquent, but the tax delinquent from the county.
Yes. The mobile homes I did were owing 2 years in taxes, by the way. I layered them. So
yes. So I think we got to go back to the basics, man.
Yeah.
Probates, like the actual data. That's what we guys got to start doing. And I think
sorry, I was going to ask if you were in my shoes, would you focus on doing everything or just house or just land since I'm doing it virtual and out of the country? I'm sorry for interrupting you.
You do both, man. Come on. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
There's only so much land in Lee County. You got to do land and the property, but do it on government lists.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something very controversial. I like batch dialers, actually a really good dialer.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a triple line dialer right now.
I don't. Yeah.
There's some other single line dialers. You have the Teleo. There's some other. You could probably do it too. One thing I will tell you is look on Thursday. There might be something interesting for a very, very low price that actually might help you out a lot. I'm not going to say anything, but it's going to be. I mean, how much is batch dialer right
now? So they have a promo going on. With $150, you can get you can have access to 60 numbers, 60 phone numbers. That's the good thing about it. Yes. And you can switch them when the numbers get flagged.
So I think 150 is actually not a bad price for it. And so if they keep that price, I think it's pretty good. You just got to make a decision for yourself. But honestly, man, like, how are you skip tracing this data?
I'm still using batch leads. I used Deal Machine in the past, but the quality was lower than batch.
Oh, you have Deal Machine and batch? This is like, now you're just wasting money, my guy.
I think you need
to focus on one software. and I'd wait for Thursday, and I'll just tell you, I think I can help you out. But let's go back to even if you don't get any software, I think you need to do government lists. That is what's gotten you here, and that is where it's going to keep getting you there.
Yeah.
We are going to not get distracted by anything else. Okay.
Yeah.
Government lists.
I have 5,000 mailers right now. So should I do probates?
5,000 what?
5,000 pieces of mail that I paid for yet to send them out.
What?
Yeah, I do.
From a software?
No, I got this from Rocket Print and Mail from the guru that I paid to join his coaching program. I just did an intro call with him, and he asked me to pay for the mailers, and I paid for a special list source account, that gives me cheaper list source data that I never got to use, So yeah, this is why I've had the analysis paralysis. Yeah, I'm mad at myself too. So I have 5,000 mailers that I haven't sent out.
Stan?
Yeah, bro.
I don't believe in violence, but I'd slap you across the face right now.
I know.
Just wake up! Just joking, but like, come on, man. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing this just to get a rise out of me, but you're not. We have learned, and we will get over this. Okay. But basically, if you're gonna, okay, Stan. If you are going to send mail, I would probably send it. Can you send it? Do you have to send it all in once or slowly over time?
And I don't mind like sending everything all at once. The only challenge with doing that is that pulling probates manually, it's a hassle unless you know how to write a scraper, like a Python scraper. I'll have someone do it for you. So,
okay, wait, Stan, can you do it like on a slow basis?
Yes, I can for sure.
Okay, I would slowly send the direct mail to probates for the next year or two, and or code violations, probates and code violations, only those two.
Okay, so I have a list of like all the public notices in the state. So
you can only maybe do 1,000 for the year. Do 5 years of that if you can. If you can, I would do that because ROI. That's all you can get. I can almost guarantee, even if you use a stupid guru postcard, you probably get a deal out of 5,000 if you do government list sending postcards out.
Okay,
but
I will do that.
Did you find this guru before or after me?
That was after you guys, but that was because I was thinking about pivoting to land. You guys weren't really focused on land.
I do land.
Yeah, you do land.
Land.
Yeah, you do a lot of land content. That is the thing. This is a lesson to everyone else that is watching this. Like it's called the shiny object syndrome. Don't lose sight of what is working. I saw the guru was making 200 grand a month from land, but what I didn't see was that he was probably spending 50 to 60 grand a month on sending out the letters,
I'm making way more money than 200 grand.
Yeah.
These gurus, I'm making way more money than that. Are you kidding me?
Also, I think I was just looking for the easy way out. Everyone says land is easier, but right now, I think it's just about solving problems. It doesn't matter if it's a land or house.
Okay.
Yeah. I deserve to be punched. I know.
And dump the guru.
Yeah.
200 grand is, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible, is tiny amount of money compared to what I'm making wholesaling. So I'm just telling you, focus on what's going to work. And what has worked in the past, you have to keep doing that. Stop trying to get this other shiny object stuff. Focus. Focus. Okay?
Yeah. So with this plan that we have now, Zach, you said to send mailers out like weekly, right? I have 5,000 of them, so I could do maybe 200, 300 every week, or maybe even more every week. To probates?
Yes, to probates and code violations, and we're just going to be calling government lists.
Okay.
I would probably I'd probably wait for the X Leads thing coming Thursday. I would cancel your other software subscriptions if I were you, because it's just going to be way cheaper. I mean, you're probably paying $300 a month for software right now.
Yeah.
Probably for, I mean, if you look at now $49 a month, you can get a lot more, and it's all I can tell you right now. And just wait. But like Stan, man, like dude, we got you. We got to put you in a guru rehab center.
It's
Like
like I need to sign a deal before the month ends, before the year ends. That's my goal. So,
so,
uh,
Stan, like, do stay the path.
okay.
If you want to hop on next week and talk, or talk in 2 weeks, let's do it. But you need
Yeah.
to be way more active in the Discord. You need to be way more active everywhere,
Yeah.
and you just get away from the shiny object stuff, man. I've already
Okay.
given you the path.
Yeah.
You bunch of deals cold calling, then we can start teaching you how to text it, and then you can send the direct mail.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. One more
Stan,
question. Yeah.
okay.
I spoke to a lady off the probate list, and she has two lots that she wants to sell. One of them is in probate because her and her sister are not on the deed. So her dad bought this property when they were in high school. She's 70 years old currently, and her brother inherited the land, but there was no. He didn't have a will, so automatically they inherited the property. The issue now is she's agreed to my offer. I made her 50% offer of the market value. The problem, not the problem, anyways, is that she has her only son has cancer, and she's overwhelmed. And I don't want to appear as someone trying to take advantage of her situation. I don't know like how to space out following up because she hasn't responded since the last time she said she was open to selling.
Okay. So does the seller have cancer?
No, has her only son, her only child. Yeah.
Okay. And does she want to sell because of this?
She said she wants to get rid of it. She broke down when we were talking. She cried on the phone, and she just wants to get rid of it. She doesn't need the money. She said she's financially
Live in
good.
the home?
She lives in another state,
Oh,
and
dude, I mean, honestly, like,
yeah,
this is a tough situation, but like,
yeah,
why don't you help her out? Like, this property is a burden in her life, and she
yeah,
already has all these burdens. And
yeah.
so, Stan, be a good guy and make money wholesaling.
Yeah, I'm just not trying to be like following up too hard. You get what I mean? I've been
Yeah,
doing
but hey, just checking in on you. And
yeah,
in the event you're looking to sell, reach out to me. So you remember last call, you said you were looking to sell. I don't
yeah,
want to push you or make you want to sell if you don't want to. But
yeah,
if you are, what we can do is have an agreement up front so you can get your money
yeah,
and my team come by and see it and just make this hassle a lot easier for you.
yeah. Okay, I'll do just that. One more quick question. I have another situation, probate. They haven't paid the lawyer for the probate yet. Would it make sense to like tell them that we can handle that, like the cost of doing that, like so that
You can, it will go out of your assignment.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, okay. All right. That pretty
Stan,
much answers my questions. Thank you.
Stan, do me a favor. You need to talk
Yes.
to me every week. This is your guru rehab. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Stan, you have to say guru rehab. My name is Stan. I'm a guruholic and I'm trying to make a change. Wait, if
I'm
we're
down.
willing to do that, we can do it, okay?
Yes, I'm down for that. Thanks, Zach.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Stan. I
Have a good
appreciate
day.
it. Hey, man, dude, Stan, I'm proud of
Yes.
you. I really
Thank
am proud of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So keep it up, my man. All right. And I'll
Yeah.
see you one day in Istanbul. All right.
For sure. Come down.
All right. Thank you so
uh,
much, Stan.
you're welcome. Bye. Thank you.
That is an inspiring story. Guys, I know I make my jokes, and honestly, like he used a group, but like, I mean, yeah, terrible idea, terrible decision. Don't ever do it, right? But one thing I can tell you is he's doing it because he's actively trying to make a change, and that is something for him. That's something gurus actually prey on. They prey on people trying to make a change, which is fine. But I'm still proud of Stan to make 30 grand, and he is holding the line, and he is doing even better. So shout out to him. We are proud of him. But that's a lesson for everybody watching this. If something's worked, you keep doing it. That's what you do. You do not start doing things that, oh Lord, you start, you gotta do what works. That's all I can tell you. Horror Taylor, she's paid me $5, so I will pop this up. I'm currently about to sign with Zach Booty. Is your course better, Zach, than Zach Booty? Booty? I've talked to this guy before. I don't remember him, but I'm pretty sure he has a Drawing for Dollars course. Here's a course for drawing for dollars. I mean, Harold, I have a drawing for dollars course, and it is free. I don't know. This is really up to you. I will let the comments decide if you should use Zach Boothie or not, or Booty. I don't know, but I mean, whatever you decide, it's up to you. I mean, if you've watched this entire live stream and you feel like you still need to spend $5 or $6 grand to really learn, it's up to you. I've had enough course talk for the day. I'm going to need to. I need to go to. I can't say it. That's all I could say. So, guys, I'm telling you, I personally would tell anybody watching this, just go to freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course. I have made a lot of money drawing for dollars. If you want to do it, you just go to freewholesaling.com. If you feel like it's not enough, go pay for something. If it makes it feel good, it makes it feel good. But guys, I remember you are amazing. You have done everything you possibly can to be alive today. You are blessed, and we are going to use this opportunity to get rich wholesaling real estate. Guys, next time you see me, we are going to burn every bridge in the wholesaling business. All the gurus hate me. Now all the software companies hate me. And it's just now me and Rick against the world. So things are getting funny. But the thing is not me and Rick against the world. It's the wholesaling community and us against the world. I think we're frankly sick of how a lot of people are treating this industry. You know, give me 15 grand to learn wholesaling and hey, spend $4,000 a month on software and all these things. And so we're here to change the world. So guys, if you want to go out here, learn wholesaling real estate for free, go to freewholesaling.com. I have a Discord. It's called zachdiscord.com, ZACH discord.com. And like again, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. I will see you November 14th at 5 p.m. for X Leads version 2. See you there, guys. Have a blessed